Welcome back. Read Muskegon is celebrating 20 years of transforming lives through literacy. They're also celebrating the start of construction on a new Read Muskegon Literacy Hub. We've got the executive director, Melissa Moore, live with us in studio early this morning. Thanks so much for being here with us, Melissa.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, tell us all about Read Muskegon for people who may not be familiar.
Sure. So Read Muskegon's been around for 20 years. We started as an all-volunteer organization providing one-on-one tutoring for low literacy adults. Over the 20 years, we have evolved into an organization that serves all ages because we know that illiteracy is generational. So if an adult struggles to read, it's most likely that their child is going to too. So we can't wait for them to become adults to help them. So we now provide programs, free programs around Muskegon County, starting at birth. And our oldest learner is 82 years old.
That is amazing. I know that Muskegon County is so thankful to have these resources. You've been offering them now 20 years, as we imagine. That's huge. What are you all doing to celebrate that milestone?
Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of reminiscing about how far we've come in the past 20 years, but also a lot of thinking and strategizing about where we want to be in the future, because I just attended this week the Governor's Literacy Summit, and literacy is one of her key focus areas over the next year of her service to our state, and she knows how important that is in moving our whole state forward. Yeah. And so we want to be a key component in those solutions. It is not something that is going to happen overnight. We are talking decades to really create long-term change, because illiteracy is such a big issue in our country. So as Read Muskegon looks at how we are part of that solution, we have also worked to create a permanent home for Read Muskegon.
That's right. That's right. You all are celebrating the construction starting on this new hub for Read Muskegon. Tell us about that. Very exciting.
Yeah. So in 2017, we created our first kind of permanent or semi-permanent home in downtown Muskegon Heights, which we loved. We're in a building that is owned by the city of Muskegon Heights, have had nothing but great experiences being there, are really proud to be a part of that community. But we have outgrown that space. So a couple of years ago, we started looking for some permanent space. Found a place just around the corner in what used to be the Potter's Lamps building. So a lot of people in West Michigan will recognize that building. It's been vacant for about 20 years.
Wow.
So we purchased the building, have been working hard to raise the funds to renovate it, and just started renovations just over a month ago.
That is so exciting. Breathing new life into a place people already know. I'm glad it's not far from where you all are now.
Yeah.
I know you are needing some help getting to the finish line. Tell us how people can help with that.
For sure. So we've done really well. Kind of behind the scenes, raising the funds we need to get started on the renovations. But part of our focus is also creating long-term sustainability, because we are going to create a state-of-the-art literacy hub full of access to technology. We'll have free childcare in there for adults who are participating in programs, private tutoring rooms. But we can have all that beautiful space, and it doesn't make a difference if we can't provide the programming in there. So we are continuing to raise funds to make sure that we are sustainable for the long term. As I said, this is not a short-term fix that we're looking at. It's something where we need to be here 10 and 20 years from now. So we are, while we're building this building, also building our endowment at the Community Foundation. So if people are interested in helping us reach those goals, they can reach out to me directly. They can find our contact information on Read Muskegon's website, or through the Community Foundation. They can connect them directly to us, and we would love to have people participate.
I mean, such a fantastic resource. I certainly hope that you all get what you need to make this happen and make it fantastic. I want to talk more about the issue of it all.
Sure.
I mean, you talked about just literacy rates being something that we're struggling with across the country. That's why I love that you all are serving people as old as 82 years old. You know, talk about people even just wanting to access these resources. It might be something that people are embarrassed to say, that I can't read or I struggle with reading, you know, past that school age. I love that you all are still helping people in that area. Explain to them why they don't need to feel that shame. And they should still, whatever the age, make it happen.
Well, the sad reality is that adults who are struggling to read are actually in the majority in our country. Right now in the United States, over 50% of adults are reading below a 6th grade level, which is really hard for people who don't do this work every day. It's almost unbelievable that that is
hard
the
to believe,
case,
for
right?
Sure, yes.
But I think more people are familiar with like our 3rd grade reading statistics, right? So when you think that if we've got over 60% of third graders in Muskegon County, in our country, in our state, I should say, reading below grade level. This is why the governor is so focused on it. We are 44th in the country when it comes to reading levels.
Wow.
So we have a lot of work to do. But those children are more likely to either drop out of school or graduate from school not reading well. So it becomes this cycle, right? So we really have to work to break that generational cycle. And as you said, for adults who have gone through our school system, who are native English speakers, to become an adult who struggles to read is very humbling and embarrassing. They find all kinds of ways to compensate for that, getting other people to read for them, making jokes out of things when they can't read something, taking something home and having somebody else interpret for them. They struggle to manage their health, to manage their finances, to participate in community every day, to help their child succeed in school. So there shouldn't be shame in asking for help, there should be pride, but we recognize that there is, which is why we work really hard to build partnerships with all kinds of community resources where these adults are already going. So we work very closely with churches because people trust the pastors or the priests at their church. We work with doctors' offices, with Health West, with schools, with other community service partners.
And you also mentioned helping people transitioning from incarceration, right?
Yep.
I mean, that is also just a fantastic resource. So hitting all areas of the community to make sure, hey, if you're wanting these skills, there are free resources to help you get there.
Yeah, and the sad truth is that when somebody is low literacy, they are much more likely to find themselves incarcerated. There are all kinds of research that talks about those statistics, and we know that in our county jail, when you're in prison, you have more access to education opportunities. When you're in jail, because usually that's a shorter term time, there are fewer opportunities, but that's where Read Muskegon is in the Muskegon County Jail, providing programs for men and women, helping them build skills. Well, they may have the time to do it, right? Where they may be more motivated, but we're also building relationships so that when they leave the jail and re-enter our community, they're gonna know where we are, they're gonna know that they can trust us, they can know what it feels like to make some of those gains so that they have this desire to keep doing it. And if they have family, which almost all of them do, have children or extended family that need our help, they can also bring them to us. So it's a really important piece of our work, and we're really grateful for our county administration that allows us to do that.
Yeah, I know that they are so thankful for those resources and so important that you all are helping them in that area particularly. Before we go, just one more question for you, Melissa. We had talked earlier about just the many different resources that you provide. You talked about free tutoring for those before they're in school and even those that are in school, K through 12. Amazing resources. Can you again just talk about what those are and what it is that you all offer before we go?
Yeah, so for our 0 to 5-year-olds, the preschool age, we have a variety of programs that we provide throughout the county that involve the adults. So it could be a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a foster parent, and those young children, helping them learn easy ways to build. So we incorporate arts and cooking and music, easy ways to build pre-literacy skills at home. Free K-12 tutoring. In our new building, we'll have a technology room center where we'll offer free after-school tutoring, free tutoring for adults, and then we offer English language classes and programs in the jail. So all kinds of programs. We also provide a lot of leadership and education in the county, helping to advocate and educate and remove barriers for participation, transportation, childcare, all of those things.
These are vital resources that are available right in Muskegon County, many of them for free. Melissa, thank you so much for being with us this morning and talking about this really important topic.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back right after this.